Hello? Hello? Yeah. Hello? Hello? Yep.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order, and I'll start with roll call. Nick? Sebastian? Robert? Mel? And myself, Dale. Are there any members of the committee with a conflict of interest on any of the applications today? Seeing none, we'll call the first application.
Right, we're all set for A24153 for 1382 Barton Street East. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. You're members of the public?
I'm the agent for Sophia and Jerry Boyer. The owner is here, Jerry Boyer.
Okay. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments for A24153 1382 Barton Street East? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record?
Hi there. My name is Sherry Petrie, S-H-E-R-R-Y, Petrie, P-E-T-R-I-E. I'm at 28 Tuxedo Avenue South in Hamilton.
Okay. Did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Yes, I didn't see any negative comments posts about the project.
Okay. Do you have any questions at all? Or?
Well, I was just prepared to make a short statement had there been any objection to it.
Okay.
But basically, the project is to provide affordable housing for 2 to 4 people on a residential combined commercial property. We have a walking score of 87, which would be perfect for people taking public transit. So not having parking spots would be part of that, movement forward to try to get somebody in there that would be living in the community.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the committee have any questions? There's a motion? Robert?
A motion to approve it with the conditions that were included.
Okay.
And was that also as amended per zoning?
I'm sorry.
As amended per zoning as well?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Is there a seconder? Nick? All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24160 for 1049 Beach Boulevard in Hamilton. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Good afternoon.
Yes, welcome to our committee. Did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
I did, Mr. Chair. I saw them, and I'm satisfied with those comments.
Okay. Does the committee have any questions? Is there a motion? Nick? Mel?
I'll move for approval with the conditions.
Okay.
I can second that.
Nick, second. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24152 for 197 Paradise Road North in Hamilton. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Okay, please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Hi there, Jenny Bogner here, agent for the homeowner.
Yep, we're just hearing from members of the public first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. And you have comments on this application?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Please
Go
state
ahead.
your name and address for the record.
Sean O'Connor, 186 Paradise Road North. So I got this in the mail about this zoning variance. I'm not quite sure what it all entails, but I assume it's this latest permission to build a secondary dwelling unit on your property. And then this comes around and they're asking for a variance. And so I object to that. I think that, and what's shocked me is I didn't know that this home was owned by a corporation. So I look at it as a maximization of profit, build, get as much living on that property as possible. And the owner of the property doesn't have to put up with the traffic and other concerns that come with having all kinds of people living on one property. We do, in that neighborhood, suffer from student housing during the year, so that presents challenges for parking and just noise and other stuff. And I think this, I can't stop them building, obviously, because the city went ahead and it's part of a plan, but I do object to it being beyond what was allowed and discussed by the city council. And so that's my objection, is I think it's probably going to be bigger just to accommodate more people. The owner doesn't have to live with the consequences of what goes on with the property because they're a company. But me and my neighbors have to live with the consequences of all that. And so that's my objection. I talked to some of my other neighbors, no interest in coming because they figure stuff just gets rubber stamped here. But I do think it's important to stand up and say something, so that's why I'm here today.
Okay, thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any other members of the public here for A24152 for 197 Paradise Road North? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Yes, sorry about that earlier. Jenny Bogner here, agent for the homeowner.
Yes, welcome. You had a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Yes, we did. Yeah, happy with staff's support and the recommendation for approval. And yeah, just trying to provide affordable housing here. Thankfully, we are also providing a garage with this structure to help keep parking off the street. Currently, there's a one car garage there now, so we just want to maintain that existing parking there. So yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Does the committee have questions, comments?
Based on the city comments, and it meets the 4 minor variants, review, make a motion to approve it.
Motion made by Robert, is there a seconder?
I'll second that.
All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
And we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24-154 for 1107 Main Street West in Hamilton. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Good afternoon. My name is David Galbraith from Up Consulting. I'm here on behalf of the applicant.
Yes, welcome to the meeting. Did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Yes, I have. I understand that staff are recommending a deferral of the application and have requested some additional information to assess the impact of a couple of the proposed variances. I've spoken to my client. We are okay with deferring this matter to a subsequent meeting in order to provide additional time for us to connect with staff. So I'm okay with the deferral recommendation.
Okay, is there a motion?
Move the table.
Mel, seconder. Robert, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application tabled.
Thank you.
Right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing HMA 2402 for 72 Holmes Avenue in Hamilton. We have had staff request to speak first. All right, we'll hear from Alyssa.
Good afternoon. I'm looking to request an amendment to the notice to add an additional variance. Upon further review, a variance for the gross floor area is needed. The additional variance is to read as follows. The building or structure shall have a gross floor area greater than the area within the district of the lot on which it is situated, multiplied by a floor area ratio factor of 1.27 times instead of the multiplied factor is 0.45 times.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Hello? Hello? Yes. Yes. Having some technical problems, Mr. Chair. I apologize for that. Yes, my name is Peter Chi. I'm the authorized agent for Paul and Susan Seguero, the owners of the property. We have read the staff comments and we had discussion with city staff, Ms. Elisa, and we concur with the proposed wording of the second variance. And the first one is really minor. It's going from the 3 required parking space down to the 1.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah,
Does the committee have any questions or comments?
Before there's a motion, I would just like to request that if the intention is to add the additional variance, if there could be a motion that no additional circulation is required, or if the committee so chooses that additional notice is provided.
Does the committee feel that there needs to be another circulation because of the gross floor area calculation? Robert?
I think it's safe to approve this with considering the 4 tests for minor variance, but also to include what was just mentioned on that a further permit may be, or sorry, future variance may be required.
No, sorry, it was, so Alyssa had requested an additional variance, and I just wanted to clarify if the committee wanted additional notice to be provided, or if they were satisfied that notice has been provided.
So I'm okay with without circulation, but I'm not sure how everyone else is feeling with that. This isn't the first time we saw this property in front of us. I'm sure the neighbors in the neighborhood see what's going on by this point. So I'm okay without it, but I'll leave it with the rest of the group to kind of discuss.
Jamila, do we need a motion on that or just, okay, so we need a motion to,
I'll make a motion that this could be accepted without further circulation.
okay, Nick? Seconder?
I can second it.
Sebastian, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried.
No, we still need a motion overall. Okay, I'll make that motion to approve it.
Okay, motion made by Robert. Is there a seconder? Nick, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing B 2418 for 137 Peter Street in Hamilton. We have had staff request to speak first. Yeah, all right, so we'll hear from David.
Hello, Chair. Through the Chair to the committee, David Bonaventura, planning technician for the West team. I just wanted to make a small amendment to staff's comments, or planning staff's comments. We had originally recommended a condition, I believe it's condition 6, that any required additional relief for nonconformities be applied for. We had some communication with zoning staff. They confirmed that additional variances wouldn't be required for things like the lot area, et cetera. So I would like to remove that condition that we're requesting.
So there
Sorry,
may be some,
which condition was that?
6.
6, thank you.
there may be some additional variances required?
No, there won't be.
Okay.
Great. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments for B 2418 for 137 Peter Street? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Good afternoon, Amy Tolter here, agent for the property owners.
Okay, did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Yes, I did. We are satisfied with comments, including requesting removal of condition 6.
Okay. Does the committee have any questions? Mal?
I'll move it with the condition removed.
Okay, moved by Mal, is there a seconder? Robert, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
We're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24-156 for 1414 and 1416 King Street East in Hamilton. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Through the chair, good afternoon. My name is Palak. I'm representing the owners.
Yes, welcome to our meeting.
The subject property 1414 and 1416 King Street East. These two lots were originally separate but were merged under a single title. Earlier this year, a consent application was filed to re-establish these two lots as separate entities, which was approved by the committee. One of the conditions of that approval was to complete a minor variance to ensure that the two lots comply with the current zoning requirements. The purpose of this minor variance application is to recognize the existing conditions on the subject lands. No new structures are being proposed. The intention is simply to acknowledge the current state of the properties. The buildings on these lots are over 100 years old, and we are not proposing any changes to them, only recognition of their existing conditions through this variance application. I kindly request that the committee consider this application, noting that it will not lead to any new construction or development, but will simply formalize the existing conditions and facilitate the recreation of the two lots that were previously merged. Thank you.
Thank you. So development engineering is recommending denial just on this side yard. They request 0.9 when 0.6 is what's available, and we've seen that before in other applications, I think pretty close to the same numbers. But anyway, to the committee.
It seems to be in this case, development engineering saying there's 0 meters to move instead of 6 meters, unless that was a mistake.
Yes.
Could have been an error of some kind. Just wondering perhaps if the agent could talk about that?
It's 0 and 0.6 meter, and we are not proposing anything new. It's just that how it was when it was built 100 years ago, it's existing. So.
Oh, sorry, staff?
To the chair, to the committee member, just for clarification, the 0 meter setback that development engineering comments are referring to is referring to basically a setback between the two existing buildings because they're essentially tied to each other on the side yard between them. So it'd functionally be like a semi-detached building or a townhouse having a side yard on one side and then 0 meters on the connecting side.
Okay. Robert?
This is an existing building that's been there for a while. And obviously, back when, in January, when the severance was granted, that wouldn't have been concluded in that theory, or that application at the time. I'm not sure which way we could go with this, because it is an existing buildings, and the encroachment of 0 is along the street. So I'll make a motion, we approve it with the, hang on a minute here, and approve all the conditions included.
Okay, motion's made by Robert, there's seconder, Val. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24161 for 83 and 85 Sandford Avenue South in Hamilton. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually? Would the agent or owner for A24161 for 83 and 85 Sandford Avenue South please make yourself known? I do not currently see them here, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we'll stand this one down in case they come back on later. If, Jamil, if you see them come up on the screen, we can deal with them at that time. Okay? We don't need a motion for that, do we, or, no, okay.
right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24163 for 393 Rymel Road West in Hamilton. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually? Sorry, could you come forward to the microphone? Thank you.
Good afternoon, members of the committee. My name is Sally Young Lee. I'm representing the Zesk Community, Inc., owners of 393 Rymel Road West in Hamilton, Ontario.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any additional comments or anything on the application?
I'm only here to get your support for the variance so that the tent structure or the pergola, if you want to call it, can be recognized as an accessory structure so that we do not have to apply for permits annually to erect the tent and then to take it down at the end of the season there. The tent is used for a number of festivals that is hosted by Zest Communities. The events are open to the public and to the general community in the area there, and they're well-attended events. So currently, they've used the tent structure to host the fall festival, which generally occurs sometime in September, and then they also have the Halloween display as well.
Okay, thank you. Committee, any questions? We did receive one letter, but I think that neighbor or person was confused as to what was being built.
Definitely. Thank you for your brief presentation. It explained a lot of taking the existing structure that's there now and moving it down or whatever, adding to it. But it helps explain the 7-meter height, which is the peak.
That's correct.
Because when I first saw a pergola, I'm going, wow, this is pretty massive. Thinking of a normal pergola, but just the tent atmosphere. I think it'll work there. I'd make a motion to approve it.
Okay, motion made by Robert, seconded by Nick. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
All right, we did have a break scheduled, so we will reconvene at 2:15.
Okay. If the Sanford comes on, we'll
Did
deal
you
with them.
want me to call it again now, just in case?
Yeah. Call it
Okay.
now.
All right, is the agent for A24161, 83, and 85 Sanford present? Please make yourself known. I still don't see them, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. All right, so we'll reconvene at 2:15.
Go ahead.
All right, we're all set for the next file. So we're hearing A24159 for 2 Field Road in Ancaster. Are there any members of the public present? Please make yourself known.
Yep.
Seeing none.
Justin Mulder is here.
Are you a member of the public who registered to speak on this file?
I received a mail notification.
Okay, for A24159?
Correct.
Okay, all right. Please provide your comments.
Yeah, I felt, or my wife is here too. We felt obligated to log into this just to say we live in the area. Obviously, our children use that corner as their bus stop and playing area as well. It has significantly made that corner safer in our view. The old structure that was there was dilapidated, rickety. And it has completely changed that corner because now the shrubs are gone, which makes the visibility turning the corner much safer for all of us that use that intersection quite a bit. And they've also invited our kids graciously to use it as kind of a inclement weather shelter, which is fantastic. We really appreciate it. They even put chairs there for us to use for our kids. So just wanted to provide our insight for that.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other members of the public present for A24159 for 2 Field Road who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, Mr. Chair, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Unfortunately, Dale Thring, the agent, is had to attend a family emergency. I'm the owner, Chris McDonald. To hopefully fill in what I can in his stead.
Okay, welcome to the committee. Did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
I did indeed.
And with your neighbor's comments, it kind of acts like a bus shelter.
Yeah, the front porch has been, I guess, a bus stop for all the kids since we moved in 2018, and it's both the public school, the elementary school, as well as the high school bus stop. So there's about 15 kids on any given day throughout the school year that use the structure.
So I guess the planning department is recommending tabling just because of variance 1 is not required. Variance 2 is they're saying insufficient information as far as the side yard setback.
The setback,
if you're clear on what's the front yard and what's the side yard. On these corner lots, it's always a bit confusing. Maybe staff could inform us as to how they look at it as what is the side yard and what is the front yard on this one, please.
David Ventura, Planning Tech on the West Side, to the chair. To my understanding, whether the variance 2 is required or not was not able to be determined by zoning staff in accordance with one of the divisional interpretation policies that zoning staff has. Per that same interpretation, variance 1 was identified as not being required. From what zoning staff have, through discussion with zoning staff, they don't have enough information at the moment to determine if the side yard encroachment, basically a variance 2 kind of meets the criteria of the interpretation that was used for variance 1 as well. So right now, it's not sure if variance 2 is necessary at all either.
Okay. So, did you have any further comments at this time, or do you wish to see if the committee has any questions for you?
Fine for either. Just a quick statement on it. We, from a setback standpoint, we didn't move forward any on the actual property lines themselves. Now, as the pictures show in the set, we did connect the two porches, but that doesn't bring it any closer to the sidewalk from what was existing that was there before. And happy to clear up whatever information on the plans as soon as my designer gets back to clarify. But the pictures in the comment section, they show exactly what's there. But happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I guess that was one question that I might have had was, did it get any closer to the sidewalk than what was there previously? I've been around that corner a few times, and it's a lot cleaner now than it ever was before. And so that was my only question was, did the porch get any closer to the sidewalk than what was there previously?
No, it didn't. No, we ran the exact same front lines that run right off the most southern portion of the house and brought that and then just connected the two existing lines that essentially run parallel with the sidewalk.
Okay. Committee, Mel?
Yeah, but I'm looking at the pictures here before and after. Before, you had the two porches out there with a tree that was encroaching on the sidewalk more than what your porches are now. And from what I can see, I would make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, just any other questions? No, okay. So I'll accept that motion and seconded by Bob. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24157 for 768 Field Road in Ancaster. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Please come forward to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Harry Dahan, builder and application correspondence for Mr. Albert Cooties, the owner.
Sorry, are you a member of the public or you're the applicant?
The applicant.
Okay, so I'm just calling for members of the public first. Are there any members of the public here for A24157 for 768 Field Road? Please make yourself known. All right, seeing none. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry about that. I can just speak freely for a moment. Mr. Albert Cooties is the owner. He is here as well. He's actually very much a conservationist at heart. He has planted over 25 trees. There were some comments regarding the natural heritage about concerns. There really is no concerns in that vicinity. There's an existing sidewalk and some hostas, which Mr. Albert Cooties has transplanted. And also, I'd like to note that this particular project came about because Albert takes care of his sister for over 5 years now, who's handicapped. And if you look at Street View, you can see that it is a two-car garage, but the handicap van takes up most of the space, and he's not able to park his truck in there during the winter or inclement weather. So he has asked us to increase the size of the garage so that he can park his vehicle in there, along with his lawnmower and his snowblower. As for the Heritage Committee comments, there really, my apologies, there really was no comments to make, I felt, on our behalf, because there was really no impact to the vegetation and the trees there, and because there's so many trees already planted by Albert. So we also looked at an alternate location for the garage, which just didn't work on the other side of the house because that's where the septic system is. And we angled it back so that the impact would be as minimal as possible. I think projecting straight from the side of the existing house, we're only moving out about 20 more feet and creating the additional space required for the garage.
Okay, thank you. Committee, you have questions? Robert?
With the addition, is there going to be any type of garage door on the new side of it?
No, there will be a double man door on the back side, but only the garage doors are on the front, so it's not a drive-through.
Anyone else? Is there a motion?
Does the planning have something to reply on this?
Through the chair of the committee, Joe Borrelone, Development Planning. Planning staff recommended tabling the application in order to address natural heritage comments. They asked if the application was to be approved, they did have some conditions to add on the approval. Staff recommended tabling it so the applicant could provide us those documents prior to making a decision, so that we can ensure that the policy of the official plan is being met. So that's why planning staff have recommended tabling it at this time. We're not saying it's a denial or that we don't support it. We just need that documentation to see that the policy is being addressed.
Committee? No?
Did you hear what the planner had to say there? You have an answer to that?
About the overall policy?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be addressed, I guess, if we have to, but we felt there was nothing to address because we weren't really encroaching on anything sensitive.
I think when you read the conditions that are proposed alongside, if we went through an approval today, it would probably not be ideal with what you're planning. Like there's some conditions around reducing the size of the garage, and things along those lines. And to be fair, I think they're just looking at this saying, hey, we don't have this information and we need to see it to essentially agree with what you're proposing. Otherwise, if everything checks out, then you wouldn't have there wouldn't be any concerns, and we could process it the way we would normally process it. I'll file, essentially I'll put a motion forward to table it just based off that.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor for tabling.
I'll second it.
Second by Robert. All in favor of table? Opposed? Seeing none, so motion's carried. Application is tabled so that you can get additional information for the planning department. Okay?
And that's just what exactly is the planning department looking for?
So in the comment package, there was the comments from Natural Heritage staff about exactly what they were looking for.
Thank you.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24151 for 2460 Concession 6 West in Flamborough. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually? Oh, and sorry, Mr. Chair, Development Planning staff had requested to speak on this file.
Yes.
So Development Planning, Joe Borrelone speaking. Planning staff has received the Grand River Conservation Authority letter since writing our comments, and we did review that letter, and they are in support of the application. So with that information, planning staff have changed their recommendation for the application to approval, subject to a condition, and I can read that condition out for you now. That the variance only applies to the converted existing single detached dwelling, to convert the existing single detached dwelling to the additional dwelling unit detached as identified as proposed ADU detached with an existing 159 square meters of ground floor area as shown on the submitted site plan dated June 4th, 2024, titled Wolfville Residence. So yeah, planning staff are okay with the application, subject to that condition that the existing dwelling that is being converted to the ADU is the only ADU in the P7 zone and isn't being enlarged or changed.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Daryl Pennings, and I'm the applicant. I think that kind of answers what I was going to address right out of the gate, unless anyone else has any other questions.
Okay. Does the committee have any questions? Is there a motion?
Do you understand the conditions that was changed?
I believe just that we can't renovate that home. Is that correct? I believe the house has to stay the way it is, so right now.
Through the chair, yeah, the conditions just to ensure that the site plan, the variance is tied to that specific existing dwelling. And as the applicant seems to understand that that dwelling can't enlarge. So we're just tying the variance to that specific existing use or dwelling.
That's what I understand.
In that case, I'll make the motion to approve it with the condition change from the planning.
Okay, so seconder?
I'll second that.
Robert, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none? Motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24164 for 16 McKay Road in Dundas. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Hi there, Jonathan Lensink. I'm the applicant and engineer for the file.
Okay. Do you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Yes, I did. No concerns or questions really from my end. Yeah.
Okay. Does the committee have any questions? Robert?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Robert, second by Nick. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you very much.
right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24158 for 9 Meldrum Avenue in Flamborough. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the owners for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself?
Good afternoon. My name is Attila Bauer. I'm the applicant. I read through the comments and I think we are okay with removing the barn prior to the issuance of the building permit. And I would like to address the source protection planning's concern regarding an added washroom. They were saying they would like to see something, if you would like to add a washroom, we would like to add a washroom. And in that case, we would evaluate the existing septic system, if it's able to support the added flow or upgrading the septic system.
Committee?
There is an existing, if I may add, there is an existing toilet and sink in the old kind of pool shed that is there. So the only extra would be a shower to be able to take a shower prior entering the pool.
I'll just file a motion to approve.
Okay, motion made by Sebastian. Is there a seconder? Robert, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none? Motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24162 for 3 Cora Road in Flamborough. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone or unmute yourself if you're attending virtually?
Hi, Jenny Bogner again for agent for the owner.
Yes, welcome back.
Thank you.
Did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Sure did. Yep. Happy again with staff's comments and recommendation for approval. We're good with everything that's there.
Okay. Robert?
I think we should make a motion to approve that the 4 tests of a minor variance are met.
Okay, motion made by Robert, seconded by Mel. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
All right, we're all set for the next file. We're hearing A24155 for 566 Highway 6 in Flamborough. Are there any members of the public present who wish to provide comments? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, would the agent for the file please come forward to the microphone and state your name for the record?
Isabella Lagan of Arcadis. I am the agent for the owners of this property.
Okay, did you have a chance to read the comments that were posted?
Yes, I did. I have no questions or comments.
Okay. Does the committee have any questions?
Yeah, I have one. There's no egress or entrance off of Highway 6. Is that correct?
There's,
Well, okay,
There's no-
let me back up a minute. Yeah, I know it's kind of confusing because of the property owned by the MTO.
yes,
And if I'm looking at this based on the parking that's there, it doesn't really show any entrance off of 6, but there's an entrance off of Metacorum Place, which is like a road just south of the north, or whatever direction on one side of the property. So in fact, there's 2 entrances there, which makes sense because of the traffic with the trucks, et cetera. I was just curious because, you know, the MTO hasn't commented there's no comments from the MTO, which kind of triggers me to say, this is unusual for them, put it that way.
the property northwest of the lands are owned by the MTO. They did acquire it for the Highway 6 expansions. And then we are proposing access off of Metacorum Place.
Okay, that was it.
Okay. Anyone else? Question? A motion?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, motion made by Robert. Is there a seconder? Mel, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion carried, application approved.
Thank you.
Did we have any reference? Sanford, did they ever show up?
Don't see them, but just in case. So are there, is the agent or owner present for A24161 for 83 and 85 Sanford Avenue South? Please make yourself known. Seeing none, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so the recommendation was tabling anyway, so.
I'll make a motion to table.
Okay, motion made by Mal, seconded by Robert, all in favor of table. Opposed, seeing none, motion carried, application tabled. And is there a motion for adjournment? Robert, is a seconder. Nick? Meeting is adjourned.